In this Academy video tutorial, we're going to demonstrate how to add some texture to images. So this would be a typical example of like an inkjet device where you can put the white ink down multiple times to build up the level. So what we've got here is two images that we're going to work on. One is a seascape and one is a skull image. So let's work on the seascape one first. So what we're going to do here is we're going to basically create an emboss layer. So first of all, we're going to go to Select, All, Edit, Copy. Go to our channels, go to New Channel, call it Emboss. Oh, sorry, New Spot Channel. Make sure I get it right, Richard. New Spot Channel, call it Emboss. Click on OK, and then Paste. So we're going to paste our image into our emboss layer. Now we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, and Invert. And then we're going to decide where we want it. So in this case, I don't want the sand to be affected. I'm just going to leave that out. So I'm just going to get rid of all that area. I've already made a mask of my file. So this is what we have. From here, we're going to go to Image, Adjustments. I'm going to go to Threshold. And then we're going to bring the threshold down to open up the space and create this structure. So we've got these lovely little holes, and all this white, this dark black area is going to be the raised up part. That's going to be the texture bit that's going to build up and up and up. And all the white area is going to be the flat part. So what that means is all the foam is going to be built up and all the sandy stuff will be lower down. So you're going to get a 3D raised effect. So then save the file and close it down. Oh, actually, let's make a PDF file. So save as. Let's do a PDF. And we will then bring that into our software. So what we're going to do next is this skull one, so slightly different. So what we're going to do in this case is select all, copy, new spot channel, paste, invert, and then you can basically change the depth by a couple of ways. You could use levels, so basically just boost it up here, quite simple, quite easy. Another way that you could do it is you can go to Image and you can go to Apply Image and basically use a multiply command. So you can do that one a few times, Apply Image, and it'll boost it up quite naturally. In this case, I'm going to open up the highlights just a little bit, and if I wanted to, I could do that threshold thing again as well and just force it more into a solid area. But in this case, I'm actually going to do it as just like depth. It's got grayscale tone, so then when I print out my separation, you get subtle builds of the white, which will give it a more natural feel to it. So there's different ways that you can control the effect. So all I'm going to do here is just make sure that I've got real solid where I want it. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so save that file. We'll also do a PDF file. And then we'll go into the V3R software. Okay, so we're going to go to Select PDF. We're going to select our seashore image. And straight away we've got an emboss setting already applied. So we can see here, if we turn it on and off, you can see that emboss depth being given to it. And we can increase that. So it might look a bit strange at first, but we're going to whack that right up. I'm going to change the effect to a matte effect so it's not so glossy, and then we're going to change the bevel structure a little bit so it softens the edge off. You can also play around with the shadow and the highlight if you want, making it more glossy, more reflective on the highlight edge and bring the shadow down a bit, but it's entirely up to you how you want to do this. So now we have that 3D sculptured depth to our print, which would mimic what you get when you do the layering. So you can see here we've got that real depth structure coming in there. So that's one way that you can use the effect. So basically have a play around with that. The other option was the other the other image, the skull one. So let's see what we get with that one. Okay, so let's have a look. So do the same thing. We're going to add some depth to it. We're going to soften that off. We're going to change the bevel structure just a little bit. Maybe bring the highlight up a little. Let's see what we get. So there we have our depth to our masks, or skulls in this case. So using the V3R software, you can simulate the different types of effect that you would get. So you can see like here in the nostril areas, you've got that real depth kind of structure. The teeth look three-dimensional. It's almost like that. You can touch and feel it. And that's what you get when you layer your inks upon the press. You get that true kind of like depth and feel to your print. So there we go. Two very different ways of working with the V3R software. And if you need any help or suggestions, please drop us an email at hello@v3r.studio.